Let us exemplify a polynomial and go in detail. Now I give you an expression root 2 plus 5x minus 2x cube plus x4. Okay, x plus x power 4. Here as you can see, n will be the highest power involved as we defined a polynomial. So n will be 4 over here. The highest power involved is 4. Let us see. Root 2. You can write this root 2 as root 2 into x power 0. X power 0. Okay, root 2 into x power 0 plus 5 into x plus I have just split them. You do not have the x square term between x term and the x cube term. So I assign 0 over there. 0 into x square is nothing but 0. And if you put in between that, it has no value. Plus minus 2 into x cube plus 1 into x power 4. Please see very clearly. Now, if after you have segregated them like this, then see root 2 is of the takes the place of a naught, and then here 5 takes the place of a1, and then 0 takes the place of a2, minus 2 a3, and 1 is a4 over here. Okay, now here again see x power 0, x power 1, x power 2, x power 3, x power 4. Okay, this is of the form a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus etc. till a power n minus 1 into x power n minus 1 plus a power n into x power n finally. So you can say that clearly it is a polynomial. And very important is, what about a0, a1, a2, a3 and a4? As you see, they are all real numbers. Root 2 is a real number. What is a real number? A combination of rationals and irrationals. Almost all the number systems that you have learnt about come under real numbers now. Be it an integer, a fraction, an irrational, a rational number, whatever it is. So root 2, a real number, 5 is a real number, 0 is a real number, minus 2 is a real number, 1 is a real number. And then what about n? N here is a non-negative integer. N is a non-negative integer. So clearly it's a polynomial. So this satisfies the definition completely. So therefore it is a polynomial. Okay. I give you certain examples and I have segregated them so that you understand well. Please pause and have a look at all these examples. Okay. Please go through all these examples. Root 2y minus 6 minus 8z, how you can express them to define them as a polynomial I have written. Okay, see. What is the value of n also I have written. Why they are told, why can you consider them to be polynomials is very clearly written over here. Then, what about a number like 6? Can you say 6 is a polynomial? Yes, 6 is a polynomial. You can write it as 6 into x power 0. X power 0 gives you 1. Then this is a naught x power 0. You have written. Here n, the value of n is 0. So clearly 6 can be written as a polynomial. For these polynomials, there is a special name called a constant polynomial. Let us learn about that in detail when we learn about the degrees of the polynomial. And also as such, 0, a single number 0 is also called a polynomial. Now, how do we represent a polynomial? When we are talking about the polynomials, do we just say about the expressions? Then what makes it a difference between an expression and a polynomial? How can you differentiate? We just give the name to an expression and say it is a polynomial in some or the other variable. Okay, I have taken a polynomial C. It is 2 into y power 5 minus 6 into y power 4 plus 8y square minus 5 by 7. It's a polynomial very clearly. You can see all a0, a1, a2, a3, etc. till an are all real numbers and the powers of y are all non-negative integers. Now see, this is a polynomial in the variable y. As you can see here, everywhere you have a variable y. So this is a polynomial in variable y. So what do I give a name? Py. P means representing p is the polynomial and in which variable? In y. It is completely a polynomial in variable y. If I take a polynomial f of x, then f is a polynomial in x. That means its variable is x. And then g of x. G is a polynomial in x. How can I represent this? This I can represent it as px or gx or hx, whatever you take. P, g, whatever it is. It's a polynomial. In variable, your variable is x over here. Here your variable is y. This is how you represent a polynomial from now on.